isn't to say that She-Hulk is bad. I actually enjoy She-Hulk a bit. However, I do have some issues with it, and they're valid issues. There's valid reason to be upset with some of the things that are going on in She-Hulk. First and foremost, Tatiana Maslany, I think is how you say her name. She is absolutely great as She-Hulk and Jennifer Walters. I think every scene that she's in where it's her as the main focus, coming to grips with her new life, trying to juggle being She-Hulk, being a lawyer, I enjoy that. And I want more of that. I also love the fourth wall breaking. That was something that I was really hoping that they would lean into. And in the first 2 episodes, they've done it a little, not as much as I would like, but I think they've done a decent job with it. However, the parts that really just aggravate me, and I think have aggravated a lot of other people when it comes to this show, is the man bashing. And yes, I'm going to call it man bashing. I mean, this is a very real issue with this show. It is absolutely absurd and unneeded. It's not needed at this point. We're in the year 2022. And in this country, in this world, there's always this ongoing feud between races, between genders, between anything and everything. And it's getting ridiculous. And this show is pushing that narrative and causing a further divide in a way of these female versus men type of mindset. I will not disagree that in the past, in the workforce, there was an issue with gender equality. There was an issue where men would always get paid more, that men were always seen as the smarter, the more intelligent. That's how it was back in the day, but it is not that way anymore. You might find little bits and pieces of that nowadays, but let's take a look at this. This is a show about a lawyer. Now, what is going on in the world right now is with all this gender crap that's going on in the world, the lawyers and firms of this country are right in the middle of that. So to take a show like this that is about attorneys, is about a woman trying to come to grips with who she is, to create a character that he's only there to make men look bad, is not doing a benefit to the main character, to any character, to the show, or anything. There is legitimately a character in this show created where he's just a womanizer. That is so like 1995 writing and filmmaking. And I'm not saying that it was right back then, but it is sure as hell not right now. You add that on top of how badly they've written the Hulk as well, and how they've set up Jennifer Walters to be better than the Hulk. And you start to realize that they are pushing an agenda, and their agenda isn't to say, look, females can be just as great as men. They can be just as powerful as men, as strong as men, as intelligent as men, because that is what they should be pushing. Because we know women are intelligent, women are strong, women can do things, amazing things in this world. But to simply make it where, oh, she is better than all men. She's better than this guy. She's better than her cousin who's been a Hulk for the last 11, 12 years. She's better than everyone. That is a disservice to the character, to the characters on the show, to the actors on the show, and to the show itself, and to anybody watching the show. If they were to remove that aspect, if they would get rid of that whole idea of trying to make her, oh, I'm better than every man, this show would be top notch. After the first 2 episodes, I've enjoyed it. It's those moments that I just talked about where I sit there and it's pointless. You don't need to have that in it. It's 2022. Yeah, 2022. I don't know. I don't even know what year it is anymore. But come on. This is absurd. And personally, I honestly don't think that Marvel should be going this route. But it looks like they are. And I know I'm probably going to get bashed. If anybody hears this, listens to this, watches this, whatever, I'm going to get bashed on because I am calling out the woke mob. And that's what they're going to say. But you know what? Enough is enough. I want to get away from that when I watch TV. I don't want to I see that on the news. I see that walking down the street. I see that in my place of work. I don't want to see it on a TV show that I'm watching. I want to be taken out of reality. I want to enjoy what I'm watching. I want to know your thoughts. Again, I don't hate this show. It has a lot of promise, but they need to get away from this whole aspect and idea of trying to make She-Hulk and Jennifer Walters better than every man that shows up on this show. That's ridiculous. That, to me, that is just ridiculous, and I don't normally get political on this show ever, but let's think about it. You have people out there, feminists out there, who claim they want equality. That is not equality. That is making characters lesser than you to stomp on the other gender. That's the problem I have with it. You don't stomp on somebody else to raise yourself up. That's not the right thing to do. And that's kind of what they're showing to do on this show. But in the comments, let us know your thoughts on She-Hulk, what you've thought so far. Again, it has promise. And I think Tatiana Maslany, she's doing a phenomenal job in the role. But I just want them to get away from. I want them to get away from that stuff. I just do. All right. Well,